Hey, good night, everyone. Welcome tonight to the TBABC of the High, broadcasting from Leon, Guanajuato, Mexico, through channel 5 GTBC. And I'm going to talk about the Gunda documentary. It's a show that has just given a birth of 10 pilots. Yeah, I'm sorry. We watch our feet, then while they watch lines grow, and we will focus on the misadventures of one leg roster, and shortly after we will enter the daily of some life of chaos, the clouds of flies. Anyone could really think that is a channel such like Animal Planet or National Geographic, but the truth is a featured film that generates a strange fascination of actors and almost like a poetic dimension. Yeah, I think it's not the typical work that fiction thinks it should. Is the recording is in Norway, Spain, and United Kingdom. The most surpriseful is that Joaquin Phoenix filmed that Goodna portrays his creatures with a fair distance and healthy curiosities, and its enormous patience and capacity to observe and two instances of a documentary like one life and another life. It's like shots from a drone. The cows moving in a slow motion, like black and white, and exercising virtues that falls into a delight and unspeakable aims, like imagination that the films luckily does not repeat the rest of hour and a half. And the other thing is relate the presence of a man to the end. We unite like the king man of the range, put order and different passage of the film. This thing is the most important thing in the world. It's important because are our animals.
Hey, my name is Iker, and today I'm bringing wonderful news for the science. The technology giant Microsoft announced the purchase of the artificial intelligence and a voice recognition service firm Nouns Communications for $90.7 billion, 16.5 billion euros, the second largest operation in the history. Microsoft explained in a statement that the acquisition of Nouns Communication, with which it began a collaboration in 2019, will allow it to offer new cloud and artificial intelligence capabilities in the healthcare sector, in addition to gaining ground in the market. Nouns, a leader in conventional artificial intelligence and cloud-based in clinical intelligence for healthcare provider, has its Dragons and Power Scribe, one speech recognition service built on Microsoft Cloud computing platform. Azure, its Dragon Medical One service, which identifies medical terminology, is used by more than 500,000 professionals worldwide and in 77% of US hospitals. According to the specialist media The Verge, this is the second largest operation of the firm founded by Bill Gates in the history. Following the purchase of the professional social network LinkedIn in 2016 for $26 million, the transaction, which is expected to close later this year and includes net debt, means Microsoft will be announced at a 56 dollars per share at 23% premium closing price. Thanks.
Hello, welcome to the segment where I will inform you about a crime in Mexico. Crime is a social insecurity problem that many people experience every day, and it's currently the problem that occurs the most in the country. The criminal incidence has increased progressively since 2001, mainly the crimes of robbery, kidnapping, an intentional homicide, in the words of President Andrés Manuel. Said, from the port of Veracruz, we tell you, to hear you safe well and far away. We do not accept any intervention. We have sufficient capacity to face crime. We don't want interventions or help from anyone. In quotes, it has cost us a lot of deserve of sovereignty, and although whatever its good intentions, these are matters that only correspond to Mexicans. Giving his speech to cadets from the military naval school, he recalled that Veracruz has a strategic importance in all its terrains to make independence a reality as assert the country sovereignty. And he assured that the intervention has served to teaching the country lesson. He referred to the initiative promoted by two Republican congressmen to authorize the United States government to use the armed force to combat fentanyl taken from Mexico, especially by the Sinaloa and Jalisco Nueva Generación cartels, CJNG. And López Obrador insisted that the fight against crime is not possible without the support of the Army, the Navy, and now the creation of the National Guard. I take this opportunity to say they are going to wait to see serious debate. For quite some time, we have closed ranks. We only have the protection of your people with conviction. We are not going to debate. We are united and strong to face the power mafias in Mexico and abroad. He said, the President Andrés Manuel López Obrador.
Welcome to the ecology segment of TVABC of the High. My name is Andre and I will interview how informative people are about environment uses. As you know, maintaining ecological balances is essential to sustain life of Earth as we know it. Therefore, people must be aware of and take care of their interaction with the environment to sustainability manage these natural resources that sustain their growth and economic development. How do you consider what your municipality does for the protection of or care of the environment?
I consider that they don't do really much, but we have the vehicle verification, solar panels, and I heard about an initiation of planting trees.
How do you think people in your area are concerned about environment problems?
I think the young people like us are the most conscious about the environment problems because they are the only ones who implement things about the care of the environment problems in their day-to-day.
Are you interested in the problems of your natural environment?
Yes, of course. It's a situation which takes me concern for the sake of our future.
How do you think these problems affect you and your town in a short, medium, and long term?
Okay, in a short term, contamination problems can generate susceptible people to airway infections and also makes virus and bacteria can survive to the environment. In a medium term, an example is the whole situation in the Antarctica with the animals that live in ice zones and their home is being destroyed and they have to look for a new place or die to the dry. In a long term, we have the whole change in the world that we live now with the dogs to the lack of the rain and the extreme temperatures with the excess of the heat.
Do you think that in our country there is more concern for environment uses?
I think all people are aware that there is an environment problems, but few of us are who really do a difference here.
Well, that is all we have for you in the ecology section. Remember to meet us here tomorrow morning to learn more about ecology.
¡Oh no! Mi archienemigo, el amargo. Tú también estás buscando el tesoro perdido. Yo lo voy a encontrar primero. No, yo primero. No será mío. ¡Alto! Esto se puede cenar con un chocobo.
Choco Wow, explosion of flavors.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has really out giving up parts of high country territory in potential place dealt by Russia. In an interview with the BBC on the first anniversary of the Russian invasion, he is warning to giving of territory would mean that a region could keep coming to back.
The president said
That the only weapons could bring the team closer to the pace. Zelensky also claimed that the spring offensive has begun. Russian attacks are already taking place from various directions. He said, however, he believes that the Ukraine forces can continue to resist the Russian advance until they are able to launch a counteroffensive, but he reiterated his call for more military to other countries.
the weapons
These T-18 tanks, so 27 fire bombers, B, B, BMB number 1 and BMB number 2, infantry fighting vehicles, among other weapons.
the discourse
Of course, weapons accelerate the pace. Weapons are the only language Russia understands. Zelensky told the BBC.
Welcome back to TV ABC of the High broadcasting from the sport facilities at La Salle Bajío High School through Channel 5 JBTC. Lionel Messi, Argentine player who achieves the dream of any footballer to win the highest soccer competition and the national team level. Argentina, after 36 years without winning the World Cup, will again manage to win third World Cup led by Lionel Messi, considered by many the best player in the world, and by others the best in the history of this beautiful sport. In the history of the Argentine national team, they have won the World Cup 3 times. The performance of the Argentine soccer team. His debut in the Soccer World Cup took place in the first World Cup, held by FIFA Uruguay 1930. Up to now, he has played in 18 of the 22 editions, reaching the crowd in 3. These were Argentina 1978, Mexico 1986, and Qatar 2022. Well, that is all we have for you in the sports section at TV Early News. Remember to meet us here tomorrow morning for more information about more news. And now back to our studios of Channel 5 JBTC in León, Guanajuato.